Look, at this stage we're looking at a range of different options. We don't have any persons that are formally suspects at the moment. It is very early days. We're speaking to a range of people, and we're speaking to anybody that's even had associations with this family in the last 2 to 3 days.
What is the relationship between the woman who's in hospital and the children that we found deceased?
The woman in hospital is the mother of most of the children that have been found deceased. There's still no identification's been carried out yet formally to formally identify who the children are, so we need to be a little careful about that. But at this stage we believe she's the mother of 7 of the children.
Of 7 of the children?
7 of the children, yeah.
And the other one that you're not sure about, is it a family member or someone completely outside the family, do you think?
No, we believe it's a family member, but that's being followed up now, and that'll continue until we've got everything absolutely positively locked down.
The man who arrived at the scene, the one that we've seen images of him pacing up and down the house, is he a relation? We're hearing brother or stepfather. Can you classify any more details about that man?
We're making some inquiries about that man. We believe we've identified that man, and we're speaking to him presently.
Is he a suspect at this stage?
Not at this stage, no. We're just, we want to talk to him to get a version of what occurred. And probably that's all I'll say about that.
So was he the first on the scene who made the discovery?
We haven't, I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but that's a possibility. But we'll know that once we've spoken to him, we've got a version.
This is a very tight-knit street and a tight-knit community. There's been a lot of extended family members. How are people holding up? What do you say to people?
At this stage, there's not much we can say to people. What we have done is we've got a range of strategies in place to support them with our police liaison officers. Of course, in my investigative team, we have family liaison officers there. We've spoken to a number of people, and the district officer here has put some other strategies in place as well to support the families through this very, very difficult time.
Detective Inspector, the second adult that's in hospital in relation to this, who is that person? Can you tell us any more about that?
That at this stage is not part of this investigation, and that isn't clear yet.
Can you describe the scene, what the officers are facing at the moment?
No, I can't. Simply because with any crime of this magnitude, and particularly one of the magnitude this one is, the scene's locked down. I haven't been in the scene, and nobody has been in that scene other than our forensic people, and they'll remain there until they've completed their investigations and examinations. After that time, investigators will go in and start their investigative process from there.
Are you able to confirm that all the children, are you able to confirm how all the children died? Were they all stabbed? Are you able to confirm that?
No, I'm not able to confirm that at all. We're being assisted by the coroner up here and our local pathologist, but until the deceased removed and post-mortems are carried out, there's no way that I could confirm that.
Detective Inspector, we saw a busload of SES volunteers arrive before. What are they doing? We also saw them set up a yellow barrier around the house as well. Can you explain to us what their involvement is?
Their involvement is that they're assisting us with managing the crime scene.
And are the children still inside the house?
I don't want to discuss that or confirm or deny that at this point.
The final child to be identified, is there any sort of suggestion that it may have been a child from the community if the parent hasn't seen their child?
I never said there was a child to be identified. I said we haven't identified any of the children at this stage, so that's a process will be ongoing. That'll happen sometime tomorrow.
We've heard the conflicting ages for the woman in hospital. We've heard 34 and 37 from the hospital. Do you know what the age is?
My advice is 34.
And can you give us a condition update on her?
To my knowledge, she's in a stable condition up at the hospital here.
Is she a suspect at this stage?
As I said, we're looking at anybody that's had any involvement. Everybody who's had any involvement at all in the past 2 or 3 days is a person of interest. We're not talking about naming suspects or identifying particular suspects at this stage.
Is support being offered to your officers?
Yes, of course. Yeah, we have HSOs, our human resource officers, engaged, and they'll take care of the officers that are involved with this type of thing. As you can appreciate, it's distressing for everybody, community and the police, but we're trying to support everybody.
The deceased were obviously found this morning. Is there anything to suggest that this happened prior to the 11:30 a.m. call out?
Look, that'd be all speculation. That's why we have all these fantastic forensic experts and pathologists engaged. They'll tell us what the time of death was and so forth in good time.
And are officers door knocking the neighbourhood?
Of course.
How long are you expecting this? It's a pretty large crime scene. Expected to be in place for some time?
I would think so. I'd probably think a couple of days.
And can you explain for us how many officers are being flown up from elsewhere in the state, what sort of special capacities they have?
At this stage, it'll be hard to put a number on. As many as I need will be provided to me. I think we have 10 or 12 or even more coming up at the moment. We have intelligence specialists, we have forensic specialists, we have homicide detectives come out to assist us. We have child trauma specialists also coming up to assist my own staff. And any other staff that we need or think we need will absolutely be brought to the task.
Is the house known to police?
Look, at this stage I don't want to discuss those things. That's all part of an investigation. It'll be all looked at, of course, but it's not something for speculation at this stage.
Sorry, can you just elaborate with regards to the other person who's in hospital? You said that they're not part of this investigation, or they're...
No. Look, at this stage, to be quite frank, I don't know anything about it.
And we heard reports that a brother of some of the children, possibly aged 20, might have been around here. Are you talking to him already?
We'll talk to everybody. I don't know if we've spoken to him. I don't know who he is. But of course we'll be talking to all the family members and people around here and relatives and so forth.
Are police at the hospital as well?
Yes.
Detective Inspector, how does this criminal event, how does it compare with others that you've been involved in your career?
Oh, this is certainly a tragic and traumatic event with so many people deceased in one place, and it's right up there with one of the most serious things that I've ever had to deal with. But as I stated earlier, the Cairns District detectives and the staff that we have here and the processes we have in place here are second to none, and anything else that's required from outside will be provided to us to bring us to a really good, thorough investigation at the end of the day.